Hey, what's up guys, Matt Shiny here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Today, we've seen it again. The market continues to astound me with some massive price movements. We're going to be talking about all that. Plus, I've got my own investments, just want to throw that out there. And we're going to be talking about cases to start it off here. Now, there's one specific case that's been on my mind as of recently. That's the Danger Zone case. Danger Zone case seems to be having a breakout season. Thing is going absolutely massive in one specific area, and that's unboxing numbers. If we want to look at the past week for unboxing numbers, Danger Zone case is almost on track to beat the Clutch case, and we're going to be talking a little bit more after a quick word from today's sponsor. Are you looking to grab some of those great looking CS2 skins but don't want to spend a ton of money on Steam tax selling off your current ones? Well, you don't have to with today's sponsor, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a trading website that's currently offering you $5 free if you use code MasterShiny, or an additional 35% bonus on new deposits with the code MasterShiny. All you have to do is pick out the skins you no longer want, pick out the skins you do want, and send that trade. And if you don't have any skins, don't worry, they're giving away hundreds of dollars worth of skins all the time. Now you might be asking yourself, how did the Danger Zone case get to this position? And I'll be completely honest, I've been asking myself that question a lot over the past couple of hours as I've prepared for this video. It just doesn't really make sense. The Danger Zone case, it's got some decent skins. I mean, the best thing it might have is that AK-47 Asimov. It's a decent looking skin. Talking about the knives are decent. It definitely has some fade knives, which do add a little bit of value, but still could be potentially seen as inferior to a lot of other cases knives, and the prices of that rare special item agree with that statement. It's not a very good case if you're looking to get a rare special item, only one better than the CS20 case, which is the 6th worst, and this is therefore the 7th and 8th worst. But still, this is a very interesting situation. The Danger Zone case, it's something that's not too old either. If we want to look at the day it was taken out of that active drop pool, it was about a year and a couple months ago when the Dreams and Nightmares case was added. For a little bit of a comparison, a lot of the other cases we talk about came from that non-prime drop pool removal, which happened in June of 2021, a whole 7 months earlier, which is a very long time when we're talking about rare cases being out of the drop pool. Now, as for price of this thing, it's sitting relatively similar to the other three I mentioned in my video where I talked about cases, and that's the Horizon, Prisma 1, Prisma 2. They're all sitting relatively similar. This is one I'm not saying to invest, but could potentially have a very strong future if we see these unboxings continue. And going back to those other cases we just mentioned, we're seeing a ton of price increases in this area as well. I mean, it's starting to become a little bit stressful for me because I cannot keep up with all these price increases. I don't want my videos to be, I'm showing you this price increase or this price increase, but all across the board in every different price range, we're seeing cases continue to go up. Even ones as stupid as the esports cases, the ones that really shouldn't be getting that much movement because they don't get unboxed a ton, are still going up 30-50% in price very quickly. And once again, like a number of these videos, it really comes back to, at least in my opinion, some of the unboxing numbers. We talked a little bit about it with the Danger Zone case, but we're on track for a 47 million case unboxed month, which is significantly higher than what we've seen in the past. Brings a lot of questions about specific areas, one of which is that active drop pool, because at least in my opinion, if they're going to do something with the drop pool, it's going to be these cases. I don't know if they will, and I don't really think they will at this point, as long as there's still a lot of cases being unboxed, but this is one area where I would definitely say change could potentially happen, and that's why I personally try to stay away from these cases. But even these cases have been going absolutely insane. Talk about the Fracture case. This thing is still going. It hit $1. When did you ever expect the Fracture case to hit $1? I mean, this is just something I cannot even I can't even fathom it. I sound like a broken record because these prices do not make sense for anyone who's been in the scene for a significant amount of time. But the thing is, it's not specifically cases that are only on the rise. Cases are definitely going up, but if we just want to look at my general inventory, you can see here that the price trend has been consistently up, and the one area that I'm invested pretty heavily into is Capsules themselves. Capsules have had a pretty miraculous rebound if we want to look at Stockholm and Antwerp. Stockholm Legends is back up about 20% in just the past couple of days. It's an area where we're starting to get so low on supply that's listed on the market, not supply in general, but on the market, that it's becoming a little bit more volatile than I would like to see. It's how we're able to see these massive price changes very quickly, and it's something you definitely need to be a little bit careful about. Otherwise, generally, capsules are still on the increase. Talking about Antwerp as well, you can see here, we're still generally seeing a lot of these prices increase with the capsules. Now, with these capsules and one of the cases we talked about about earlier, it's great to see price increases. Let's be completely honest. We all want to see the price continue to go up. You do need to be a little bit careful about one specific thing though, and that's people who have a lot of influence in this specific market. I made an entire video about how the danger zone case just completely disappeared overnight in quantity listed on the market. This is something that we have just seen happen again with one of the Antwerp capsules. Not to the extent that we saw the danger zone case, but it's still one that you can see the price jumped up immediately 20% in just the span of an hour. It's one thing you do need to be careful about if you're investing into this area, because most likely there's a lot more people with a lot more influence in this market than you. Now, talking about Stockholm and Antwerp, these are things that have a decent ROI right now. They have a pretty decent prosperous future, I would have to imagine, and it's not something that super long term is going to play a major impact, but it's in that short term that they do have the potential to potentially crash it or just bring down the price very hard if they wanted to. At this point, I don't see a reason why they would, but it's one thing I do want you to keep on your radar because it is something that happens and does happen time to time in this market. We got 2 minutes left. We're going to be talking about everything Paris. Might make another video in the future, but basically Paris has concluded. We've got our 24 teams that are going to be joining us for the major, and it's going to be no Cloud9. FaZe did beat out Cloud9 for that final spot, and it was interesting. All 2-0 matches in that decider second chance bracket. Now, there's actually a pretty decent amount of new teams coming into this major, considering Rio had the fewest ever. This one's got 2 alone just in the legend stage coming into the breach, and 9. Both of them interesting logos. I'm curious to see which one 9 chooses moving forward, but we've also got a lot of other ones that are coming into the scene. Really good for stickers. I love it when we get new teams in there because it also shows that the scene is still competitive. Now, if you missed this video, I'll give you a brief rundown. Basically, we expect these things to be coming out in about 2 weeks maximum. These things being everything to come with the major. This is probably going to include that Anubis collection, although Valve has done it in the past where they announce the collection before they actually bring out the rest of the items. We're going to have to see. In actuality, it does not matter because you can't get the items anyway until someone plays on that brand new map. It's going to be very interesting to see what new collection comes along with this. A lot of possibilities there, and I'm very excited to see. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like there's a whole ton going on with Paris as of yet. We're really going to be waiting to see what's been going on. However, there is one thing. If you're a fan of Gamer Legion, you're probably going to be quite disappointed. I was very disappointed when my team went from this logo to this logo, and Gamer Legion has done the exact same thing in butchering their logo. They didn't have a great one to begin with, but this new one somehow looks even worse. Also, to go along with logos, Fours has a new logo that kind of looks like my team, but it kind of looks like a knockoff. A little bit interesting, but it's going to be much better for crafts. The old one sucked. And 2 other things. First up, the team the Mongols is actually the team IHC, so it looks like IHC is no more. And unfortunately, Kenny S is a little bit down about himself because of missing out on this major, which is quite understandable. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I do hope you have a great rest of your day.